When I first started working in the NICU nurse, I would always confuse on the difference between corrected age versus actual age. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Iman and this is NICU Nurse Faith. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Iman. I am a NICU nurse and I recently became a NICU mom as well. So on this channel, we talk about everything to do with NICU to empower and educate NICU parents. So if you're interested in that type of content, make sure you subscribe down below. So in this video, we're gonna talk about what corrected age is versus actual age. So these two terms are terms you only hear once you have a premature baby. You would never hear this in the outside world. And I learned this once I became a NICU nurse. When I first started working in the NICU nurse, I would always confuse on the difference between corrected age versus actual age. The babies that would be in the hospital would be one age, which is the actual age, but they would be corrected, which is another age. And I would always be confused about this. And finally, after years of working in the NICU, I finally understood what this was. And then especially having a baby born premature, I definitely know what it is, because the corrected age and the actual age really affects them once they leave the hospital, once they start reaching milestones, once they start going to doctor visits, and once you start seeing them and comparing them to other babies, those two ages matter. So in this video, we're gonna talk about what those two ages actually mean and how parents can calculate it. So the actual age starts the day your baby is born. The day that your baby is born premature is when the actual age starts. All pregnant moms are given a due date at 40 weeks. So you can give birth between 37 to 40 weeks. But once you give birth before 37 weeks, you're considered to have a premature baby. So the day that your baby is born before 37 weeks, that day is their actual age. So that day plus, and then you add weeks, add months, they're 2 weeks old, they're 2 months old from the day they are born. That is the actual age. Their corrected age is the baby's actual age minus how many weeks early they're born. For example, if your child is born at 32 weeks, my son was born at almost 32 weeks. He was born at 31 and 5, so he's considered a 32 weeker. So you take that age, 32 weeks that they're born at, and you subtract from 40. So 40 subtract 32 will give you 8 weeks early. So he is 8 weeks early. So because he's 8 weeks early, you take that 8 weeks and you subtract it from the actual age. That will give you the corrected age. So the corrected age is the actual age, subtract how many weeks early they are. So for example, if your child is born 2 months early, my son was born 2 months early, when he was 5 months, actual age, he was corrected 3 months, corrected or adjusted age. So you just subtract 2 months or 8 weeks from their actual age to get their corrected age. My son was born April. His due date was June. He was 8 weeks early. So his actual age in July was 3 months. But his corrected age is 1 month. Another example of actual age versus corrected age. If your child is born 28 weeks, that would make them 40 weeks, subtract 28 weeks. That would make them 12 weeks early, 3 months. So whatever age your baby is, let's say your baby actual age is 6 months. 6 months from the time he was born to now, he's 6 months old. If you subtract that actual age from how many weeks he or she was born early, which is 12 weeks, 3 months, 6 subtract 3 makes them corrected, adjusted 3 months. So their actual age is 6 months, corrected 3 months. That means their developmental milestones, their growth, everything would be more similar to a 3-month-old compared to a 6-month-old. Another example of corrected and actual age is if your child is born 24 weeks. So 24 weeks, 40 subtract 24, that will make them 16 weeks early. That's 4 months early. So whenever they're growing up, let's say they are 9 months. Because they're 9 months, that's their actual age. From the time they're born to now, they're 9 months. But because they're born early, you subtract 9 months from 4 months, 16 weeks, and their corrected, adjusted age would be 5 months. Their actual age is 9 months, but corrected, adjusted is 5 months. And like I said, developmentally, growth-wise, they might be more of a 5-month-old. The reason why using corrected age versus actual age is very important for premature babies, especially in the community, is that if we only focus on actual age for babies that are born premature, they will always be behind. They will be behind on developmental milestones. They will be behind on their growth. They will be very small on their growth, and they will take them a long time to catch up if you compare them to babies that are their actual age. So using the corrected age gives them the ability to eventually catch up, because it will take them a while to catch up when it comes to their weight, their height, when it comes to their growth, when it comes to developmental milestone. It takes them a while. So if you compare them to their corrected or adjusted age, it gives them a chance. So that's the reason why there's always 2 ages. Also, being a NICU parent and seeing that your child is behind when it comes to developmental stages or growth, when you compare them to kids at their corrected age, that they are caught up, that developmentally wise they're almost caught up, or they're not that behind, or growth wise they're almost caught up, it makes you feel so much better as a NICU parent that your child is doing well and you're doing well. So it gives you a sense of hope as well, and you're just proud of yourself when you see that they are caught up, or they're almost caught up with their corrected age. So it's also for the parents to use, for healthcare professionals to use corrected age instead of actual ages. And then eventually, as your child grows up, it depends on how early they're born, but depending on how early they're born, it'll take them longer to catch up. But eventually, kids will catch up after 2, 3, maybe even 4 years old, depending on each child and their circumstance. So just talk with your healthcare providers about that, on your child's growth. But just don't give up hope, and they will eventually catch up. They just need some time. So that's why corrected and actual age are very important in the prematurity NICU world. So I hope that helped explain the difference between corrected and actual age, and I hope that helped clear up some confusion of what the difference is, because they can get really confusing. But once you get it, you will never forget. There are many apps that you can use to calculate as well. There's different websites you can use as well. So make sure you punch that like button if you really like this video and it helped you clear up the confusion that you had between the 2 ages. And make sure you comment down below if you have any questions about anything, and we will chat there. And if you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe down below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.